Hi everyone, I am Sarah, the Rainbow Hearted Witch of Smart Reiki and Tarot. So, sorry, my last video cut out and I had filmed that really late at night, so I did not feel like refilming. And it's been really hot here in Phoenix, so I like to film up here in my loft, and it's always a good 10 degrees hotter up in my loft than it is in the rest of my apartment. It was 112 today. It's still so hot. I cannot wait for the temperatures to cool down here. And I've also been focusing on my Instagram account, Smart Reiki and Tarot, where I filmed a live meditation. So tonight, what I'm going to talk about is, I had a friend ask me, how do you balance yourself? How do you become balanced, especially during these times? So I'm going to talk about balancing, meditation, cleansing, and I'm also going, because I totally messed up the quote when I was trying to say it from memory, from Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. I love this book. It's, been fun kind of reviewing this book. There's so many gems, and I know that people say this book's problematic and there's issues. However, there are gems, and there's a lot of good spiritual information in here, especially in the love section of the book where she's in Bali. So I have some kind of meditative music going on in the background, and I'm going to start with having us center into our heart. So this is my heart singing bowl, so I'm just going to let this go for a little bit. Alright, hopefully we all feel a little bit more centered in our heart. I know we all need some extra love in our life, and since I will be discussing and talking about love, I figured that would be a great way to start tonight. So the best way to balance is to do a chakra meditation where you focus on the different colors of the chakras. So you can either have a visual, if you're a visual, you can find the charts, you can print one out. You don't have to buy anything fancy. Or you can just put it up on your phone, the picture, and meditate on it. Or, if you want to get more fancy, you can buy the chakra stones, lay them out, have them on top of you, lay down and just relax and breathe and let the crystals do their job. So there's many different ways. You can also buy chakra CDs or, listen to them on Spotify. I'm sure Spotify has chakra meditations. So, me saying on CD, oof, showing my age. Anyway, so there's lots of different ways you can do guided meditation, visual. You can actually have them play the different chakra stones placed on your chakras while you're laying down. Another good way to balance your chakras is through Reiki, either through, self Reiki or going to a Reiki practitioner that will balance and align your chakras, clear out your aura. Reiki is really good to prevent issues from starting, because a lot of, a lot of illness and things that are stress related start in our auric field. So if you don't keep your auric field cleansed and balanced, then it can manifest physically in your body or even mentally in your psyche. So a way to clean your aura without spending a lot of money, without using sage. Some people are allergic to sage. Some people can't handle smoke. Some people live with people who can't have smoke, or they have animals and they are afraid to use it. Now, I use sage and incense around my animals, and they don't have any problem with it. You just have to be careful and test it out, though, of course, at first. So this is selenite, and right now selenite is my absolute favorite, and I also have this beautiful selenite heart that I've been meditating with. I feel as if selenite right now, in the energy that we're in, is the stone of 2020. We all need some heart chakra healing, solar plexus healing. We all need that high vibration, keep us cleansed, keep us balanced and centered. And selenite is just that gentle, feminine, loving energy that I feel like we all need. I know I need it. So you just take the piece of selenite and you start from your head. So when you use sage, any type of cleansing, like if you use an egg to cleanse yourself, you always start from the head and you work down. So you just run it over your body like this, and of course you're intending that you are cleansing your aura and your physical self. So, and like, I like to lay out on my heart chakra. It works really well on your heart chakra. Also, this is really great. So, you can leave it on your tarot cards to keep your tarot cards cleansed. You can also put this down, and then, so this is a little polish piece. But say you want to cleanse some of your other crystals, you can just put your other crystals on top, and it will cleanse these crystals just like that. So those are some different ways to use selenite, and I absolutely love selenite. It's right now I can't seem to get enough selenite. Like, that's just what I am feeling called. Before, it was my lovely, that I talked about, black tourmaline, which is very protective, very grounding. I love this still. This is what I use to grid my house with. I know a lot of people say grid your house with clear quartz. However, I like the extra protection of black tourmaline. So I still love black tourmaline. I still work with black tourmaline. However, I've needed and wanted the feminine. Like, this feels, I don't know. It's just protective. It feels almost more, I want to say masculine. It's just a very kind of, it's a stronger energy. It's just a different energy. And this is just very, like, high vibrational, very soft, very feminine, very healing, cleansing, all of that. So, I've been working with selenite a lot. So, during the quarantine, I went through and I, like, bought a bunch of plants, and I am not good with plants. I either overwater them or it's too hot, I'm not sure. So, this one plant I got, it was almost dead, And I'm really proud of this plant. Oops, sorry guys. This plant, because I repotted it and I Reiki'd it. Like, the leaves all look like, can you see these leaves? So, I Reiki'd it. I put in some moss agate in there. And I also, like, massaged the leaves. Like, I literally massaged the leaves. I massaged them with water. And now, like, look at this guy. Like, I love it. So, Reiki is amazing. It brought this plant back to life. I think I overwater plants, which, it's so dry here, and I want so much water that I'm like, oh, the plants need water. Probably not. So, anyway, so what I was talking about the last time was that there's no difference between heaven and hell. And so, in Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert, she goes to Bali and studies with a shaman. And I love what this shaman has to say about traveling to heaven and traveling to hell. So, let me see if I can get to the right page. So this is on page 261 in the final chapter where she's in Bali. She says, it starts by saying, the other day the medicine man told me that he knows 16 different meditation techniques and many mantras for all different purposes. Some of them are to bring peace or happiness, some of them are for health, but some of them are purely mystical, to transport him into other realms of consciousness. For instance, he said he knows one meditation that takes him to up. To up. To up, I asked? What is to up? To 7 levels up, he said, to heaven. Hearing the familiar idea of 7 levels, I asked him if he meant that his meditation took him up through the 7 sacred chakras of the body, which are discussed in yoga. Not chakras, he said, places. This meditation takes me 7 places in universe, up and up. Last place I go is heaven. I asked, have you been to heaven, Ketut? He smiled. Of course he had been there, he said. Easy to go to heaven. What is it like? Beautiful. Everything beautiful is there. Every person beautiful is there. Everything beautiful to eat is there. Everything is love there. Heaven is love. Then Ketut said he knows another meditation, to down. This down meditation takes him 7 levels below the world. This is a more dangerous meditation, not for beginning people, only for a master. I asked, so if you go up to heaven in the first meditation, then in the second meditation, you must go down to hell, he finished the statement. This was interesting. Heaven and hell aren't ideas I've heard discussed very much in Hinduism. Hindus see the universe in terms of karma, a process of constant circulation, which is to say that you don't really end up anywhere at the end of your life, not in heaven or hell, but just to recycled back to the earth again in another form in order to resolve whatever relationship or mistakes you left uncompleted last time. When you finally achieve perfection, you graduate out of the cycle entirely and melt into the void. The notion of karma implies that heaven and hell are only to be found here on earth, where we have the capacity to create them, manufacturing either goodness or evil, depending on our destinies and our characters. Karma is a notion I've always liked. Not so much literally, not necessarily because I believe that I used to be Cleopatra's bartender, but more metaphorically. The karmic philosophy appeals to me on a metaphorical level because even in one lifetime, it's obvious how often we must repeat the same mistakes, banging our heads against the same old addictions and compulsions, generating the same old miserable and often catastrophic consequences until we finally stop and fix it. So then I'm going to skip because she just keeps going on. What is hell like? Same like heaven, he said. He saw my confusion and tried to explain. Universe is a circle, Liz. I still wasn't sure I understood. He said, to up, to down, all the same at end. I remembered an old Christian mystic notion, as above, so below. I asked, then how can you tell the difference between heaven and hell? Because how you go. Heaven you go up through 7 happy places. Hell you go down through 7 sad places. This is why it better for you to go up, Liz, he laughed. I asked, you mean you might as well spend your life going upward through the happy places, since heaven and hell, the destinations are the same thing anyway? Same, he said. Same and end, so better to be happy on journey. I said, so if heaven is love, then hell is love too, he said. I sat with that one for a while, trying to make the math work. Ketut laughed again, slapped my knee affectionately with his hand. Always so difficult for a young person to understand this. I love that. And there's like so many more quotes that I want to like read from the book. However, I'm going to save that for another video since my phone likes to just stop recording on me. So I thank you for joining me, and I hope you check out my Instagram account, Smart Reiki and Tarot. And also, you can check out Smart, SMMARHT. That's my other Instagram account. That is more witchy stuff and more like funny witchy memes and sassy and more just about me. But Smart Reiki and Tarot is where I go live and do meditations, and it's more like positive, upbeat, happy, like Ketut said. It's easier to go up the 7 places, so it's easier to live our life being happy. And I know that we can't always be happy. Everything can't be love and light, but the journey is about the alchemical process of finding the happiness, finding the joy, finding our center. We are supported. We are loved by the universe. Whatever you picture that to be, we are supported. And it's okay, to feel sad sometimes. And it's okay to be angry sometimes. However, it's not good to live in those states, and you want to transmute them and learn to see the positive and be good. And those are the spiritual lessons, right? Sorry, I'm so sweaty. It's so hot. Like, I can't stop sweating. So, yeah, you guys will notice I chopped off all my hair. I was trying to go a full year from December to, from January 1st, because I think I got my hair cut, like, the last week of December, to December 31st, or, the first week of January. I was trying to go. However, it's been so hot here that having long hair, it was just too much. And so I just chopped it off, and, I wanted my natural hair color. So, well, it's all back. And I haven't wanted to film because, it's so hot, and I just, sweat. It's disgusting. And it's like, why put on all this makeup, and then you just sweat, and anyway, fun times. Is it that bad in Phoenix in the summertime? Yes, it is. It makes me really kind of miss winter and snow. That would feel really good right about now. So, from my heart to yours, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all next time. Hopefully it won't be another 2 months. Take care, everyone.